back to the channel. This is actually a bonus reel because we were finished with the condo, but then what we decided was we were going to come back and underneath this backsplash here we're going to do some subway tile. These are about 3 by 5. Get them very inexpensive. This whole back for the tiles, we're looking at $15. Now, one of the other things that I ended up doing, I did buy some masks, but I was told to take a look at this. I've not used this before. It's muscle bound, double-sided adhesive tile mat, and I'm actually going to put this along the back. We don't have to grout. Well, we do have to grout, but we don't have to do any of the working in the masking. I mean, this is what this replaces. It's going to be clean. It'll allow me to then cut the tile at the very top. But let's just go ahead and prepare and get this stuff in. Hey, and if you haven't had a chance, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? We'd love to get up to about 50 subscribers. If you like the content, hit that thumbs up and make sure to turn on your post notifications to catch all the episodes of the Bucket List Project. So let's just kind of take a quick look at this and press firmly. This looks like just double-sided tape. Take a look at this. Just like a little foam, put it up there, probably trim it to size. Then take the top off and then mask it. So, and then put the tiles down. So this shouldn't take that long at all. So muscle bound. So let's just see how well this stuff works. So that was fairly painless. We've got that all in there, trimmed up. I'm not too worried about, not adhesive down there because they'll go all the way down, so that's okay. So let's go ahead and get the rest of that in. We're only going to go down about this far. We don't even have to go down that far, but we'll go down that far. That tape will go straight across there, and we should be good. Well, there we go. Didn't take very long. Got that all in. So now the thing is start pulling off some of the backing. We won't do too much, but I'll pull that off and then I'll start adhering down the top. Well, that actually didn't take any time at all. Now the next thing that I've got to do is I do need to come up here and start trimming off some of these tiles here. So I'm going to get my trimmer out here and we're going to start going that way and get those cut. So I have my handy dandy tile cutter and I'm not really good at it, but slowly finding out. I've got this set on 2.5. And so all I'm doing is scoring this. Lifting this up, trying to break it a little bit. Then I'm turning it around this way. So the cut, it's not all that perfect, but it'll do. This is one of these next cuts that, you know, do you do this from a do-it-yourselfer or do you go out and spend more money and cut this? I don't think I'm going to do that. I think what I'm probably going to do is score it down through here. We'll cut that and drop that little piece in, and there'll be a little cut in there. But that's about as good as what I'm going to do. Just because I think if we did it the other way, it may look better, but I don't have the tools, and I don't want to go spend the $50 to do that. So let's just go ahead and we'll score this down this way. We'll snap and put that in. Then we'll get this little piece right here. So that doesn't look, I mean, you know, it's not perfect, but it's going to be a whole lot better. And we'll do that same thing over here, but we'll put grout in it so it won't look too bad. And then there'll be a plate around it, so we'll be able to work from there. Okay, so let's keep them going. So there's a couple different things here that are kind of going on, which is one good thing. I actually got called away, and I needed to go back to our house to meet with a heating and air conditioning guy. Now, if I would have just had this masked, I would have not been able to go do that. But what I just got up and left, kind of covered it back up and went from there. So good thing about this, that you could stop at any time. I'm going to go ahead and continue, and we'll get this all put together. Just kind of found out a little bit more about this tile cutter. So just so you know, I bought this at Home Harbor Freight, 28 bucks, really good value. There's also a circle cutter on here as well. But there's this plate that you just kind of slide it up against. But in cutting, so one of the things I've done is I've set this so that it's the right width. And all you're doing is you're just scoring. One score, and then what I have been doing is I put a little pressure on it, move it down, put a little pressure on it, move it down, a little pressure, and then it'll snap off fairly clean. Well, there we go. We've got these all in now. Looks pretty good. There's a few areas that, you know, it's not perfect, but that's okay. I wonder if we should put another line. I mean, I've got some blocks. I could actually put something a little bit further down on there, but this goes up so high, I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to go ahead and mix up a little grout, put this grout in, and we're going to call it quits after that. So I'm going to mix up some grout. We're going to see how this is going to go. I actually cut the package down there. Kind of came out in my car. And we really don't need much with this because there's really not much of a gap. I would have done those perfect. Probably could have not even messed with having anything. So I'm going to take this a little at a time. And I was going to mix this in a bigger, like a 55, or not, a 5-gallon drum, but I really don't need that. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix it in here. Now normally you would stir it, but we're going to sit and stir it for 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll let it set for 5. So if you really don't want to mix it, and I actually thought that I was not going to mix it. This was actually going to be grout that was coming pre-mixed in a can. I would recommend doing that, because you just don't need much of this. Now this is still way too runny, but I'm slowly going to start getting this mixture correct. So I've got this padded grouting piece here. I'm just going to go in and make sure everything is all adhered, and I know that it is, because it's not coming off now. Okay, so we're just going to come over here, put a little bit of the masking on, or the grout on. It has firmed up really nice, and we're going to go ahead and put it in. So there you go, quick project. Put in tile, still need to come in and do a little caulking around the bottom side and a little bit of touch-up paint, but other than that, we are finished. And really we're finished, because there is nothing else to do on this condo. We've done everything that we wanted to do. Probably one of the most economical, quick projects. I had $30, $32 in that roll of adhesive. Took back a $15 adhesive and mask, and then also a trowel. I'm going to keep the trowel. But that was a really nice way to put that on. The grout was like, I don't know, $11, and I barely used any of that. So if you could get some that's in a can, I would definitely do that. That's already pre-mixed. So everything under 100, easy to do. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, go ahead and do that. Hit your thumbs up if you like the content, and turn on your post notifications to catch all the episodes of the Bucket List Project. Thanks for watching.